I just sort of woke up, so pardon my hair. I just wanted to show off my little background there. I finally put up some posters. Anyway, divided we stand, united we conquer. Bear with me, this is all about perspective. I am all for people banding together. Everybody should care for each other. It's kind of something that probably won't ever really happen in our lifetimes at the moment, but with the advance of the internet and the information being able to be spread around and kids being able to find resources, teach them the truth, to pretty much argue to the ground all the Christian arguments that could possibly be out there now. Pretty much within a couple of years, all the Christian arguments have been completely destroyed. So that's why there's not a lot of atheists talking right now, because there's nothing really else to say, except for the fact that Christianity still is persistent. Anyway, my point on this video, divided we stand, united we conquer. It is important for all of us to gather together and try to work together to make a peaceful world with as little suffering as possible. At least that's the goal of most atheists that I see on this on YouTube. But there's also something to be said about our individuality, being unique, being not part of a group. Where I'm going with this is we should all try to work together to live together and be mutually supportive, but we do not all have to be the same person. We do not all have to have the same beliefs. We do not all have to have the same preferences and thoughts and everything like that. We can be divided on every single issue so long as we're not trying to hurt or kill each other. Because if we have united we stand, let's see, middle of the camera, united we stand, we have a bit of a floppy balance here. But if we allow ourselves to, allow ourselves to be ourselves, allow each other to be each other, allow individuals to be how they wish to be, it's a lot less wobbly. If you can even, yeah. If you get that, I meant to do a drawing about that, but my arm will work, I guess, for now. We don't need to be the exact same person. We do not need to be part of the exact same group. We do not need to be all together agreeing that Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars or Star Wars is better than Lord of the Rings. We do not need to prefer Batman over Spider-Man. We do not need to, all these little things. These are very trivial things I know I'm bringing up, but you know what I mean. We are supposed to be different. We are supposed to encompass our own unique experiences in life and gain our lessons and gain our knowledge and gain our preferences and beliefs from our own unique experience being thrown into this world without our permission and having to survive along these set structures that that everybody has to live under, such as gravity and physics and commercialism, that sort of thing. So if we all try to make each other the same, which is what the Christians are trying to do, they're trying to make sure everybody thinks the exact same way, make sure they believe all the exact same things, but that's unhealthy. There are too many people that are just born differently, genetically, have different interests, different focus, different ways of seeing the world, different ways of experiencing the world. Like something as simple as lactose intolerance. There are people that cannot drink milk, and therefore their life experience is slightly different because of that. Life is all little things. It's all how the little things change you throughout your life. Your instinctual desires, your culturally instilled desires, all the stuff that everybody tell you is good or bad, and your decisions on whether you agree, and your reasons why and why not. Everything. You are your own individual person. You are not supposed to be everybody else. You're supposed to be yourself. So that's basically what it comes down to. Sort of a long blathering video here for that. It's not really that long, but it's 4 or 5 minutes. It's a little long to be blathering about nothing. But united we fall, divided we stand. We can be different from each other. We can all disagree about practically every little thing, except for, the whole fact about hurting each other. We should agree about a few things, but we're human. We're not going to. Not everybody's going to agree on everything. So, and that's okay. That's what gives life its variety. That's why we have a Chinese culture and an African culture and an American culture and a Russian culture and an Egyptian culture. Because we, through our history of apes evolved and migrating all over the world, have our own different, unique experiences. We have group experiences as well, experiences we share as groups of either couple people or entire countries. But at the same time, we're all made up of individual people. If we all stand in the same pole, everything's going to fall apart, because there are going to be too many people wanting to experience something else, because that's the human drive. That's part of our monkey instinct, to not be satisfied where we are, to try to pursue further, because the monkeys that had that drive lived a little longer because they explored more, were able to find more food. Of course, some of them would have died because they explored a little bit too much, but that's all part of natural selection. The ones that are smart enough to go, but be careful, they're the ones that survive the longest, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so we should all be able to be divided on as many issues as we want, so long as we agree that we are all human. We are all part of this world. We are all animated matter that happens to have the ability to know itself and use other matter to create things. It's quite fucking amazing how detailed and how complex we have become over these billions of years. And just to write that off, that's not part of this. That's not this subject. Sorry, I'm gonna go off on a god rant there. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. Let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree, or at least know what I'm talking about. Thanks, and feel free to comment on my poster wall.